right. So I have some.
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh wait, that I used shard bytes for this. Yes, you did. Nice, very well. It kind of crossed over with my "it's 10 o'clock" thing that I programmed the Mac to do. Maybe I should remove that. Maybe it's more annoying than not. I mean, it shows up in recordings and stuff. Maybe I should get rid of that. Who knows? Anyway, good evening, Knight. How you been? It's been one hell of a week for me. I don't even know where to start, if I'm honest. Yes, please give me my short byte concept. Hey, this doesn't look so bad or as shitty as I remember. This looks relatively okay. I think I can continue with this. It's been great. Oh, great. How has it been great, right? By the way, how you been? Hold on, I'm answering a message. All right, so let's move on. I have some little, I have a little bit of gems and shard bytes to be working on, and again, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. Again, coming back to it, it looks okay. Let me refresh my viewer because it looks like it's not loading properly. Well, for me, it's being, I'm not going to say shitty, not entirely, and I think it's a little unfair to just go ahead and call this shitty immediately because more than shitty, it's being really for me. Oh wait, these controllers aren't started up. Good job, Ludafox. Looks like you really prepared for your stream. Okay, this is on. It's the S&RV agent. Hopefully that gives me the thing. S&RV. Yeah, just run this thing, please. I need my controller. There you go. Not sure what to do, though. Kind of bored. I guess it's a boring weekend. For me, it's more of a relief, you know? Does this work now? Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. So we may move on from what I was doing. It's been a really difficult week. I had some medical trouble this Tuesday. I was at work and something pretty ugly happened. I kind of passed out. I just blacked out while I was just sitting on my desk about to start work. Like, I wasn't even really working. I generally just sit down. I guess I was thinking, well, it was a good break because it was just after lunch break. And I suddenly just passed out, and because I remembered I started to feel really dizzy, and suddenly I didn't know anything, and then I was on the floor and I was like bleeding. So yeah, I hit my head, but fortunately it was just a small concussion. Nothing else beyond that. I mean, I know it sounds a little casual for me, but you know, this happened on Tuesday. So this thing is kind of pretty much over by now. But yeah, other than that, I would say it's pretty good. Hold on, this is the flat colors of this thing, right? What made you pass out? That's a good question. We have no idea, actually. Wait, this is not working as it's supposed to. I mean, the thing works. Hold on, I'm looking at my thing of agent. Why is it not working for it? Alright, alpaca. Yeah, here you go. It's not really working. Damn it. Maybe I have to like reconfigure this. Yeah, probably. Oh, and this is not like working as it should. Okay. Well, we don't know what made me pass out really, because I had some. I got examined. They checked my vitals, my pressure, my sugar, everything, and it all looked normal. Our best guess is exhaustion. Because previously to that, I actually slept very little hours. So that happened. Fortunately, again, nothing else seemed to give me anything like aiming to like really bad, like, you know, diagnostics or anything. Nothing seemed too crazy. So I cannot tell you. I guess exhaustion and stress, as they say, right? So again, from Sunday to Tuesday, I slept like 5-6 hours approximately. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I was just trying to finish some things from work. So yeah, pretty bad. But fortunately, I'm okay for if that's a positive. Again, I'm configuring something from my controller. It doesn't seem to work, which is stressful. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure why I passed out. But Well, after these few days where I was able to rest from work and I actually managed to get, some good time off, I guess that's a positive, if anything, right? Oh yes, I can copy and paste. Hold on. This one I should probably delete. I probably don't need this one. But I don't see any way to delete it. That's okay. Let me do this again. Again, I'm fiddling with my thing. Okay. Copy, perfect. And let's paste it here. No, not reset paste configuration. Perfect! Alright, it's working now. I did the thing. But yeah, if anything, we were joking at the office that it was probably a little bit of an overreaction for me to get some time off. But, but yeah, there was, it was probably a little bit, going a little far in order to like get that extra time off. But hey, I can't complain. At least I feel a little better now. I got dizzy and I felt dizzy for like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And today, in the morning, I felt a little but now I feel a little better. At least good enough to do a stream. I was thinking I was not going to be able to do this stream. I was a little bit late due to, the Lurabot having a small glitch, but I managed to fix it, so that's good. But alright, that's good. Regardless of that, I had a lot of messages and a lot of things happened. And you know what's more crazy? That my boss actually asked me if I was going to finish the fucking videos. Even on the day that I got discharged from the hospital. Because yeah, I spent the night on the hospital. That wasn't my first time ever spending the night in a hospital. And I'm not going to say it was like scary or anything like that, right? That is flat too. Okay. I'm not gonna go ahead and say like it was the scariest thing in the world, but it was pretty intense for me. I have never ever spent any time in the hospital at all. Well, when I was a patient, and yeah, they gave me my, I was part of the public health system in Mexico, so I can't be very, how should I put it, picky, or like I shouldn't be too disgraceful. Because after all, it was just a concussion. So we were mostly worried about what could have caused it. But during my overnight stay, when I was under observation, nothing came out of it. Really nothing happened after that. So yeah, looks like I was okay all along. So that's good. And yes, I do agree. It's God's plan. But alright, let's get started, shall we? So, I'm going to do this little quartz. Probably I'm going to just do this practice just to take it easy tonight. And might see everybody tomorrow, if that's cool. Hold on, my beautiful Percy probably wants to jump on my lap. I don't know, sometimes he he puts his paw on my lap, but then he doesn't do anything else. So who knows what his plan actually is. Okay, this should be a flat one. I think I'm gonna turn this into gray. So I want this to be a more crystalline crystal, if that means anything. But this is a pencil. I'm not sure if that's the way I want to go. We do have other brushes, but I'm not really an artist. Or not really an expert, I mean, on any of this stuff. So maybe this one. I like this acrylic one. Let's go with that. But good. If anything else happened on your week and night, that'd be good to hear. It would probably be much better than my hospital stay. But hey, it wasn't a big deal. Even though it was my first time, it still was, I guess I can say manageable. Or fine. So there's that. Alright, I think this looks good. Probably I'm going to need something darker to make this one work. But be careful with the... There you go. Probably going to cheat a little bit by just using the lines that I already have here, and probably do something with that. Again, I'm not very experienced with any of these brushes, but let's see what comes out of it. Again, when I come back and saw all of this stuff that I have already completed, it doesn't look great, I think, but when I was painting this, I thought it looked way worse. So I guess that's a plus. Alright, I think we can get rid of that. Oh yeah, that looks primitive. That is a primitive shape if I ever seen one. But hey, we can make this more interesting and give it a little bit more color. Yeah, just like that. And so on like this. Let's some of that color. Alright. But yeah, now that I've been doing a little bit of art, I think this is the exact kind of thing that would actually benefit me when I'm dealing with like a lot of stress. And I say like a lot of stress, but honestly, even though I actually passed out, I would definitely say I don't feel as stressed as I used to feel from other times. I'm not gonna say this is the most peaceful era of my life. That's probably a rough question to answer, but at least I could tell you that I don't feel anywhere near as bad as I thought I did from other times. So yeah, I think it's more surprising that I didn't pass out before, but maybe this is just the body taking a toll on me now than what it used to be, you know? What do you say, Knight? I'm gonna try to learn digital art, not gonna lie. I had this drawing tablet sitting around for like a year. Oh, same! This drawing tablet that I'm using, here, like this, because this is a Huion, not Cintiq, that's Wacom. It's a Huion Canvas Pro 12-inch, and this was my dream for a long time. I wanted to have like this tablet that would actually have a screen on it, and for a long time I just let it sit in here. I didn't do anything with it. It just collected dust. To me, that's a little bit more unthinkable, right? Like, I can't believe I just let it sit for so long. I definitely encourage you, Knight. It's probably going to be an arduous process. I don't know how many expectations you probably have from creating your own art. I'm not gonna tell you that you're going to be an instant expert, right? Mine's a Huion Inspire ink. Ooh, yes! Yes, Huion for the win. Not that I have anything against Wacom, but I don't like it. I feel like if you want to get a good Wacom product, you have to pay top money for it. It feels like the Apple of drawing tablets, you know? And again, I really like Wacom, but it's so pricey. And I did have my first drawing tablet, well no, my second one. My first drawing tablet didn't work. It was some piece of scrap that my mom got and she got confused for some legit piece of work or hardware, and it didn't work. I plugged it in and it couldn't do anything. It was from like from the 90s, that poor thing. It was on its last legs. But when my mom when I got another drawing tablet, it was this humble Wacom tablet. I probably still have somewhere laying around and being non-functional because I accidentally scratched it during a moving. You know, my journey with digital art has been quite one. I'll take time to learn, but if I get good, I can threaten to draw people pregnant. Exactly! Yes, you have the free will to draw pregnant people. You also got that really cool smart notebook. I have seen that, I think. Hold on, I was going to say absolutely seen that, but I actually don't remember. You have seen that properly. It's like I'm doing just doodles with this thing. Probably should get this. Again, I'm trying to like draw the blue behind the quartz, right? It's not looking great, I think. I'm not being very convinced of how this is looking, but hey, probably with some extra colors it would look better. But yeah, I do encourage you to do some digital art. For a long time I was doing a lot of digital art. Well, not just digital, art in general. Just to get some validation, but external validation, if I'm really honest. I just wanted like others to like look at my stuff and say like, oh wow, that's so cool. You're the coolest person ever. And you know what? That's a way to fill a void that will never fill me or never really satisfy or please me. Would have generated a pretty bad, you know, how could I say it? A really bad cycle of negative emotions or negative patterns. So I'm glad I went over that, and now art is more actually trying to be this output for me. Instead of this thing where I like feel obligated to do, and when I don't get what I want, I get mad and, you know, bad stuff happens. But I'm talking about like when I was like 14 years old. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That thing probably started slowing down when I was like 20, 25. How old are you, Luna? Oh, I'm 26. Why do you ask? But yeah, definitely. You have the free will And as long as you keep practicing some good stuff, you know, not like I'm doing, which I'm essentially improvising, and I probably should get like a couple books on my lap to like actually properly figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, go for it. Definitely try. Perhaps not your best. Maybe you shouldn't like push always too strong on something that you just want to enjoy. I did that and I stopped enjoying it for that exact reason, so yeah, it gets tricky. Okay, this is flat 1. Flat 2, I don't know how it works in here. Mood. I know. Also, the lot about went through a lot of code and changes. I can award you points now, which is cool, I believe. So there's that. I feel like I should have added a couple more commands. I still have my board, for example, because I have like voice commands for bonk that need to sound, a couple bug fixes, a lurk command. I think a lurk command could be wise, actually. Yeah, there's a bunch of things. Okay, I wanted to observe this. Probably add a little bit more color, but this is a clear crystal, so maybe make it a little bit brighter. Just a little bit, not excessively. Yeah, there we go. Probably something like that. Although, maybe this is the thing I want to use on even acrylic. What's the more quartz texture? That's, hey, that probably would work. Maybe not that one, but this one could probably work. Bleeding black ink. No, that's a little too much. Maybe the smoke one, but I'm gonna keep it at a very small minimum. Is there a thing called smoke crystals? I think there was. I'm not liking it. No. Hold on, I'm erasing all of the layer, not just this thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. Messy texture. Fluffy sponge. Don't love it. Rust roller. Particle. No, that's nothing. And the splash, it's more of the same. Neon spray. That looks interesting. Grunge overlay. Nah, don't like any of this. I guess I'm gonna go back to this stuff that we have here with the acrylic and stuff. It's a little rough. That's a little bright, actually. Let's skip it. Less bright. Yeah, something like this, probably. Now let's add some of those lines that like crystals have. I have seen that crystals have this like this little texture that looks like a little horizontal and stuff. So it's a little bit of that. That's peaceful. Let's add one on this other side because I am assuming the light is coming from here. Let me see. I think I've received a message. Alright, that message has been answered. And at least some just small details over here. Maybe go back to the bright ones. Maybe not make them as white in this case. Just like this. Maybe a little bit less strong than that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't look as weird as I am thinking it might look. Let's add a little bit of this on the side. And I probably need something bigger than this. Hold on. No, I don't want to go. Well, maybe I do want to get rid of the palette. I don't see when I'm going to use that. The brush preview, brush control. I pretty much trust the brush control. Let's get rid of that. And let's have this color preview. I think there is another color viewer. If this is like Metabang, I think I can make it and turn it into a square, and technically that will allow me to do this thing. Yes, color bar. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you didn't see anything. That's because it's behind the chat, but allow me to show you. This now looks like this. It has a little square on its back, so I think that's good. That's healthy. It's a little bit easier for me. Actually visualize what I'm doing. Okay, probably I don't want to have as many of these things, but I don't know if that's the way I'm gonna get rid of them. Okay, let's start over. I think I'm going in the right direction, but I'm probably not doing this exactly right. Yeah, because that's a little too bright. I don't want them to like behave as highlights. Even then, I think that's too bright. Let's lower it a little bit. Oh, that's a weird color. It's to be a little bit bluisher. Yes, I think this is the way. Alright, very good. If you don't mind me asking, Knight, what kind of art are you envisioning other than pregnant people? There's a creator, another fellow Fox creator called Fox Thomas, and a lot of people are like telling him to like animate him pregnant, which I don't know why people are like that. Like, just make a I'm pretty sure like there's people who were not serious about that, but there's totally people who are like serious about seeing a pregnant Fox Thomas. That's probably really weird for them. I'm gonna keep this bluish. Maybe that's what I want. Maybe a more gray color. Let's put it like that. Good. Good also on the side. Over here. And let's make this more like that. Bring a little texture on the sides. Right. Quartz looking. I believe from there I can actually now get into the overlay layer, which gives a little bit of darkness into some of this stuff. So there's probably bush. That's not what I need. Oh, and it's loading. Yeah, no. We don't need that. I think all of these are the ones that I don't need. No. I need a simple ruling pen, pencil, canvas, airbrush. Yes, this is what I need. Should I turn it blue? No. Let's turn it too bright. Yes, something more like this. Alright. This and this and this. That would hopefully give me some contrast in this cave. I want to do animation and choreography like fight scenes. Ooh, interesting. I always watched those stick fight videos and I thought they were really cool. Yes, I remember those videos. Like, for example, not sure if you know this one. You probably do, or maybe, I don't know. It's called Animation versus Animator. Do you actually know that one? I used to love those animations. Those were really, 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 really good. And I thought I could just, like, do that. And probably there was, like, low effort or something. Like, if I couldn't do it, it was just my fault for not being able to. Like, I didn't, like, understand. It was just not within my grasp. Yeah, you probably do. I think that was the name of the artist, right? Alan Becca. Let me look it up real quick. Because I generally don't remember the name of the animator. Animation. Oh, wait. Animation versus animator. And yeah, Alan Becker. Yes, we are looking at the same thing. And yes, it's also the other 5 stick figures, like the ones that are colored and like have like Minecraft stuff and all those things. Yes, those ones. I'm caught up with everything that guy made. Interesting. I haven't caught up to everything, but I started to realize that there isn't that much. And I'm not saying that in the well, he doesn't do enough animations. No. I think he makes a lot. He has a really solid backlog. More in the tone of like, it feels like there's more, probably because of reposts, rather than like there being all those many. But not to say that he doesn't have so many creations. But yeah, I really thought when I found these animations back in the day that one could just like do that. And like it was no effort to like do this, because I didn't understand how much it actually took for one person to actually do one of those things, you know? Some of these look good. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. You know, I'm doing what I think looks fine. No, it's probably not that right. But yeah, beautiful animations. And again, I just didn't understand what one had to do to like make an animation like that. To me, in my stupid child head, he really just like had this, I don't know, game, this bot or whatever programmed to like just do everything he showed in his animations. Like he could just like destroy part of Windows. To me, that was fascinating. Its animation versus addiction video is a pretty solid PSA that also shows how it's difficult for people to quit completely. Oh, I didn't know. Animation versus addiction. I didn't know about that. But yeah, I think it's wise. Oh, this colored, I think, this doing the magic here. But yeah, I think like another person who I saw a lot of like good PSAs or like good advice on what to do if you feel like you're getting addicted to something was like Lazy Purple, when he actually talked about that, which I really kindly appreciated. I don't know if I was actually, well, probably I was, but maybe I'm a little bit biased saying that I wasn't, but I remember that I was playing Team Fortress 2 religiously. It was kind of like my little escape from everything. But hey, little by little, I kind of like distanced myself from it. That's not the colors we would like to be using. I want to make it like less bright. As you can see, my colors, even though they are really like short, well, not short, really not bright, they're blending, I think, with the bright colors. Oh, not that much actually. Okay, let's blend this a little bit. A lot of people had a Team Fortress 2 era. I think you actually had your own Team Fortress era, didn't you? If I remember right, you were also having some good times with Team Fortress. It's a really fantastic game. I've seen a lot of content recently. Kind of wanted to play it again, but I feel like it's best to play it on stream. Yeah, I don't actually have the hardware to run this 17-year-old game. You know how it is with the Luda Foxy. Alright. This quartz, it's a little bit half-assed, but I think I'm done. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh, wait, so this is not the center button? I guess I'll leave it to that. Alright, so this is how my art is currently looking like. Pretty sure the first stream I watched you was you play. Oh yes, I think you did actually. I should probably do that sometime soon. I actually managed to capture again the computer I could use for streaming some games, but I didn't manage to capture any audio for it. I still haven't solved what happened in there. I think my Ubuntu machine doesn't detect the capture card properly. That's probably because of converter to VGA to HDMI, or probably because I'm connecting an HDMI as a secondary output. I don't know, it's a little weird. You know what? I don't love this background. This one, you know? Oh, look at that. Oh, they look a little weird. So I'm gonna just add some stuff to the background. If I can, perhaps? Yeah. It's a little bit dark. Let's go crazier. Hey, there you go. I think it looks better, but now the background looks nothing. Like it's reflecting, so let's match the color a little bit more. Something like that. I guess that's good enough. Alright, so we're done with the quartz. We may move on to the... I think I'm gonna leave the icosahedron for last, and I'm gonna move on to this one. I think this one could have some pretty nice effects. But I don't know what the background should be. We have yellow, we have blue, and blue. We don't have red. I'm not sure if that would be best for the icosahedron, or we could do another color. Maybe green. Green, like teal? Maybe. It's not blue. It's a mix of blue. Come on. Let's leave it like that. Let's add a little bit of green so I can justify this being another color, but not so dark. Yeah, more greenish, like that. A little bit more. That's a little bright. It's a little dark. Yeah, something akin to that. All right, let's keep it like this, and let's do a little sphere. Oh, Jax, you're here. Buenas noches, Shadow Rose. I need to do something with you. 1 second. Short fix. Fuck! I keep pressing the command. Oh! Excuse me. I keep pressing the how's it called? The wrong button, the command button, when I'm supposed to press the function button. 1 second, let me go back to my stream manager. Why don't we switch up the music a little bit? Speaking of Team Fortress 2, pretty sure this has to exist, right? Yeah, it probably does. Alright, I've added a new mix to our background music. Oh, H! Yay! Alright, people are arriving. Hold on, 1 second. Shard fix. Shadow 13. Yes! Alright, you're an OG. And shard fix to H. Oh, it fixed you to Kin. How many points are you missing? I don't know, but hey, H, you're going to be the first person to be my actual OG. Get ready. I'm going to give you 1,000 points.
Big shout out to a Egg. You just got awarded 1,000 shard bites.
And why are you not an OG? That's a good question. Hold on. I've added a few commands, mostly for me, but some of these can be used with some notable effects. Oh, so you're an OG now. Let me do this thing just to be sure. Alright, H is already an OG again. Great! Alright, so Jax and H and Knight are once again OGs, which that makes me happy. Alright, and you can spend your points freely. You will never, as far as I tested, oh god, the testing. As far as I tested, none of you should lose your ranks. Oh, everybody's an OG for life, at the very minimum. If you make it to the next rank, you'll have the next rank forever. I know this song, rest in peace Rick May. Yeah, I feel like the game changed a lot when he passed. Maybe, why don't I do some Team Fortress 2 fan art? We'll ask him too soon. I feel like people like that will always go too soon. There's a phrase that my best friend always said, which was that I could have spent an eternity with you and it would not have been enough time. And there are things that made me agree with her in a lot of ways. Wait, what am I coloring? Okay, flat 1. I'm gonna do something different for this one because I know a little bit more of this software because of my previous experience with Medivang. So let's see if this works. How you guys doing? How was your week, by the way? Now that we're on a nice Friday. My week was pretty terrible. I passed out. Knight already heard about it. So yeah, I spent the night in a hospital, which was pretty rough. But I'm here. Whenever there's a Rick May statue, everyone in the server goes soldiers and spams a shotgun taunt in front of it. It's like a festival celebrating in honor of Rick May. Yeah, I mean, could you even imagine any other person in the world doing the voice of Rick May? I don't think so. I think that's one of the most beautiful things we got from him in the past. How are you feeling better? Thank you! It was nothing, fortunately. I essentially just passed out. And I think it would have been okay because all signs point that I was just exhausted. Because from all my vitals and from a CT scan and x-rays and everything, it seems like it was just really exhaustion and nothing else. Or at least that's the only thing we can go for. I have to go to like more follow-ups to be sure. Alright, watch this magic. Protect Alpha. And I need where is this? No, not fountain pen, but oh, where is this? Oh, have I lost the thing that I want to use? Oh, where is the thing that I was using just a moment ago? Fountain pen, analog pen, flat watercolor, sketch watercolor. I was just using this thing. Acrylic, brush. Wait! I guess I'm not going to use the one that I was using? Or maybe I'm just stupid. I'm not finding it even though it's in front of my face. It has to be over here. Smoke, flame artist. Is rocket jumping in heaven? I like his phrase when he says like, You were good, son, real good. Maybe even the best. Ballpoint rendering. Neon hard. Man, I'm starting to miss Rick May. Maybe we should draw something for him. I'm 5 years late, but yeah. I love the Soldier of Dance. I knew you guys would like this music better. Well, I'm just trying to find the stupid brush that I was just using. Brush, scratchy brush. No, none of these are the one. Oh wait, maybe? No, it can't be this one. There's blur and smudge, but those are not the ones I was using. Beautiful music. Again, I do want to play Team Fortress 2 sometime soon. Pencil, cam... Ah, airbrush! I'm stupid! Here it is. Okay, let me show you something. So something that you can do in Medibank that I remember doing is this thing called protecting the alpha channel. And you can very slightly give this iridescent color to something. It's not very noticeable, now that I'm looking at it. Probably need to make it a little bit stronger. Darker. There you go, something like that. And like that. There we go. That's a pretty rainbow. I love it when a person is killed in a conga line, the person is killed a few seconds later. Yeah. Makes me miss Team Fortress 2 a lot. I think I'm gonna use flat 2 for this. No, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't use flat 2 for that. I think that's good. I think I'm gonna do something wilder. No, but I'm probably gonna use flat 2. Yeah, it's best to use flat 2 for this one. Okay, I'm gonna do something different for this one. Tot once and 2 forward, everyone becomes friendly. I remember when the conga got released, as your grandpa Luda remembers, in 2016, when that update, how's it called? Expiration date came. Well, not the update, the video expiration date came out. It was crazy. I loved it. I loved every single second of it. I think one of the coolest things I have ever seen in an online video game ever. And when it came out, servers very quickly devolved into conga lines, and I remember people spamming on the mic the conga conga, that thing. It was magical. I think it was one of the most magical experiences I ever had in an online game. And I haven't had many experiences online, unfortunately. I didn't know how it worked. I had an Xbox, but I didn't understand the concept of like buying a membership to like play online. To me, that made no sense. I thought I was doing something wrong all this time, but no, I wasn't. I really had to pay more money to Microsoft, or in this case to Xbox, to like play the game, which it's a little weird in retrospect. You know who shouldn't be charging money for this shit? Nintendo should not be charging any money for their stupid online services, which are peer-to-peer. That's stupid. It's so damn stupid, but oh wait, that's a little too bright. Maybe let's try another color. Let's try, I don't know about green. Let's try, we already did blue, yellow. And it was all yellow. Like this. But right. Anyway, yeah, I passed out. I was okay. I fortunately was able to recover from Wednesday. Well, from Wednesday, yeah, to today, because I was in observation overnight in the hospital. It was pretty chaotic. I have never been in a hospital before. And as quote-unquote traumatizing that could be, I'm fine. It was a very educating experience. I think, like, I changed quite a bit from that. Because honestly, I was the healthiest, or at least the guy with the least problems in the observation ward that day. Literally, the people next to me were like having a much harder time like breathing than I did, and I actually felt like I was like blocking.
Little does he knows.
Was it? A little does he knows. You have to pay to play a 40-year-old game from... Yeah, like, that's technically the only legal way to play retro games, which is really silly. Nintendo's real silly sometimes with like their somewhat questionable practices. Again, I guess it's really cool that they can still make some money from like these games that are really old, and it's literally impossible to like run on original, well, not impossible, but quite expensive and difficult to run on original hardware. But man, if only they like let us have some of those games, like as legacy things, you know. Oh well. Anyway, so I recovered from Wednesday to today. I'm doing fine, and I thought it was going to be a shorter stream, or I was not going to be able to like do the stream for tonight, but no, I feel fine. You can listen to most of their music on Spotify. You have to buy the games to listen most of the time. Or I heard there's an app now. They have Nintendo Music. They have a Nintendo Music app. But for that to be used, you have to buy their stupid ass Nintendo Online membership. So you cannot just listen to the Nintendo Music. You have to buy that. Oh, that doesn't look as good as I thought. Oh, that looks a little ugly. Oh, that looks a little weird, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna do a little trick with the flat one. Should I use a marker? Probably not. Okay, I think this is a decent color actually. Let's use this one. Okay, actually use this for the borders too. That'll probably help. If you don't mind me asking, Jax, if you're still around, or H, how was your week this time? I really hope it was better than mine. That's the important thing. Team Fortress is just such a masterpiece of a game. You know what? Team Fortress 2 is a kind of game that doesn't make me want to play Overwatch or Rainbow Six or any of those other games that are class games. I don't even know if Rainbow Six is a class game or like a hero game, you know? It was hot. There's another fire. Oh Christ. Well, Jax, did you know that it has been raining every day here in Mexico City? Like, non-stop. It literally has not stopped raining since like June. It's August. That's good. I'm glad to hear you're okay. I can't be the only one to worry though. It's been though it's seen a few minutes ago. I'm feeling good. I went on a run around the block for an hour. Nice. Send some rain. I wish. You know, not me specifically. I fortunately don't suffer from the rains too much, other than getting wet. But and that even then, sometimes I did not get out of the house, and the other time that it was raining, I was at home. Not at home, I mean at the hospital. So yeah, but a lot of people would very dearly and very, very happily give you some of the rain, because for a lot of people, the rain sucks. It like blocks them from coming back home. Actually, I think I can show you some of those news. I think. Just give me a second. I'm gonna open an incognito tab in Safari. Let me show you how bad it gets over here with the rain.
We need to do a rain dance for Shadow.
A rain dance for Shadow? You also need some rain, H, don't you? Yes, oh yeah, well, this was 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 8 days ago. Well, you get the point. Probably there was no news on like horrific rain tonight. But let me show you something. Let me just get the tablet desktop. Check this out, guys, how this looks.
They don't believe how...
God damn it! I don't even know what this is. Maybe I should be using Brave for this thing. No, shut up.
En otros puntos, la colonia Tizapán, San Ángel ya se...
Problemas que ya está...
That doesn't look so bad. Show me some chaos. You know what? Bad footage. Okay, bad example. Don't look at that. That one didn't count. Let me show you this one instead. This one's from last week. Yeah, there you go. This is the actual crap that will definitely ruin your day. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you.
Literalmente se cayó el cielo este 31 de julio sobre la Ciudad de México.
July
Y es que
31st,
las
so
We live
lluvias
for
que se
chaos
presentaron este
here.
jueves dejaron
We live for chaos
inundaciones y
here.
caos en varios puntos de la capital del país.
Nice that you guys are enjoying the Luda
Usuarios
bot
de redes
speaking.
sociales mostraron las
Look at that!
impactantes
Look at that
condiciones que se
water!
vivieron en diferentes
That
alcaldías,
tasty brown
siendo las más
water!
castigadas Iztapalapa, Coyoacán,
I've seen this
Tlalpan,
happen in
entre
front of
otras.
me.
La Secretaría de Gestión Integral del Agua informó
But yeah, it gets
que
crazy.
conforme
Do
a
you
las
see the
24 horas,
river
el volumen
flowing
de
in
las lluvias
here?
registradas en toda la ciudad. Uno de los videos más
Look at
impactantes
that.
fue tomado en la Picacho Ajusco, en la que se
Again,
capta
this
una
has
joven que contemplaba
chales.
el agua
Necesito
sobre
eso.
este
I
lugar.
didn't know you knew the word chale, Jax. No sabía que sabías decir chale, Marta.
La Secretaría de Gestión Integral
Okay,
de
like,
Riesgos y Protección
when I'm going back home, it usually looks like this, right? It's usually this bad.
Civil activó
But
la
for a
alerta
lot of
roja
people
por
going
huracán
back home to
70 milímetros.
outer
Se
parts of the
vivían hasta las
city,
3 de la mañana
it looks
de
like
este
this.
número de
What the fuck do you do here?
agosto. También
The
se
hell do
actualizó
you
la
even
alerta
do in this
naranja por
situation? Look at the
resistencia
poor
de lluvia
cars. Look at
en
these
Álvaro Obregón,
motorcyclists.
Azcapotzalco, Benito Juárez, Cuauhtémoc, Coajimalpa, Gustavo
Yeah,
Amadero,
like,
Magdalena Contreras, Miguel Hidalgo,
this is probably
Vista
as
Alta y
bad as
Verónica
it can possibly
Alcalá.
get near my area, right? It's not too bad. Hopefully I'm not doxing myself by saying that. I would rather have that than be baked like a potato. I don't know about that. It's I think it's a weird thing to 6 days ago, 8 days ago. Yeah, I guess it hasn't got so bad, right? Frequently south of the city. Well, for example, if I show you this one, it's kind of more of the same. This guy talking about the weather. Yeah, look at that. Actually, I remember looking at one of these, and I was in a bus going back home. Because I went out with some friends, and I remember the bus that I was going on hit one of these, and it was terrible. It was a pretty bad day for the bus driver. Yeah. Whoa. Oh yeah, there's a lot of trash sometimes. Yeah, it's usually trash why this still happens. I'm pretty sure the infrastructure is not too bad to like avoid flooding. But people keep littering. It's so bizarre for me that people keep littering and throwing trash on the street when they like understand the fucking, you know, everything goes so horrible when they throw trash. One time it rained so hard my school bus was a quarter of the way submerged in water, and some cars were submerged almost completely. You could see like was the water brown, or was it like Japan where the water is actually transparent, or at least translucent when you're like running from it? All right. Also, 1 second. My best friend sent me a TikTok. Let me watch it real quick. Cacawater. Cacahuata. Do you hear how classy the Lurabot said it? Cacahuata. I like that. Alright, hold on, let me reply to my friend. It was brown. It was indeed cacawater. Okay. Alright, very well. So, message has been replied. Again, I have a very faint concept of what you guys heard. Probably with the music it was a little weird. Well done, H. Well done on using your points to say cacahuata. That was nice. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, the outlines of this sphere that I was using. Oh yeah, by the way, shard check is for me to use with other users. H. Probably you need to use shard rank in this case, or shard byte. Shard byte is, well, shard byte doesn't show you the rank; it only shows you how many shard bytes you can use in this case, or maybe not, or maybe shard rank. What? Shard bytes should be good. It appears programmed. Oh no, there it is! It just, the Loraba just took a while to respond. There it is, never mind. Okay, this is looking good. Ah, this music slaps. This is really good music. I don't know if it counts if I'm making like an outline. Should probably be doing lineless, but hey. How's that looking? That's clearly different from the peril over there. This is clearly a different thing, don't you see? Now for flat 2, I was thinking I can also protect its alpha and do this. Lag or I am lagging? Yeah, there's lag, right? Apparently my bitrate is good, but there was some lag with the chat, I think. So that went a little weird. Oh no! I did have a spike in internet connection. Well, that's probably because I'm streaming on Wi-Fi. I want to buy a dock to like make this a little bit easier, but I don't have that kind of money. I did have a lot of money today for a bunch of things, but not a dock. I probably could have bought the stupid ass dock that has an Ethernet port for the Mac, because you know this Mac doesn't have a local. This Mac has no ports. Macs don't have any ports. You need to pay premium if you want actual. How's it called? You need to pay premium if you want actual useful ports for your Mac. The most recent MacBook Pros have really nice ports, but not this one. This is a humble MacBook Air M1. It can run Cult of the Lamb somewhat decently. Somewhat. It gets a little warm. It doesn't have a fan. I think that's cool. So there's that. Alright, let's add this little extra detail. There you go. I think we can do the same for the yellow. Alright.
This is BS.
What is BS? H. Oh, the ports? Apple charging thousands of dollars for your extra ports? If that's what you mean, yeah, I agree. I had to buy an adapter for my Mac. Right? I have an adapter too! Like, I remember when I was teaching some English at a company, at an insurance company, and many of them were already accustomed to like the Mac bullshit, and they have some, fortunately they have some adapters in stock, because I thought I could very simply connect my Mac to their smart TV, but no, the smart TV does not have Apple AirPlay, that thing, whatever it is, and yeah, I had to use an HDMI cable. I literally came unprepared for the situation because I really thought, nah, they probably have AirPlay. I don't need to worry about anything, and and behold, the TV has no AirPlay, and I cannot stream my classes, or not my classes, my content onto the screen. How does this look, guys? I think it looks a little better. Does it? I mean, it's missing highlights and everything, right? But I think it looks better. All Mac laptops were better, but weighed a lot. Yeah, and they were not as fast. They were using Intel chips. I will say something nice about this current Macs is that they use this beautiful M chip, right? Those are awesome. The M chips are beautiful. I think there has never been such a wonderful thing in the world. It breaks a few things here and there because of their ARM architecture, but they are still really amazing. I can't deny how wonderful ARM chips are. Alright, let's refine this guy. I think I'm going to use a darker color for this one.
Yum yum ball.
Oh, yum yum. I thought for a second it was going to be yum yum balls. Okay, let's leave it like that. Let's refine these edges to make them look more sharp, like a Sharpie. More crystalline. And this thing is not using highlights yet. I'll add the highlights later. I probably should have a smaller brush for this. Alright. Guys, I have a deep question for you, and I will also answer myself. Well, maybe these questions should be asked later after the ad, because the ad is like chasing me already, and it's like bothering me. It's telling me to like think about the ads on. Is this right? Okay, whatever. Probably what's a pressure thing. Okay, let me just finish this outline because the ad is about to start in just a few minutes. I was thinking about doing that. Nothing was stopping you. I'm pretty sure you can ask the Lurabot to say balls aloud, and you shouldn't get in trouble, I think. The Lurabot has a very, like, lenient moderation standards, but I have the auto mod turned on just in case. But I kind of tweaked it so you can like have fun, not to be a buzzkill. Yo, the Half-Life 2 sounds, do you hear them? This is not Team Fortress 2 Half-Life, but I mean Team Fortress 2 lo-fi, but I'll take it. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna leave it like that. Guys, we're gonna get to an ad in just a few moments. So, we'll be right back. Just enjoy, maybe not this music, I will play some Meowsons for you. And we'll be right back in around 3 minutes. So please enjoy the music. I'll take a little break and stretch. And see you in a minute, okay? Be right back. Alright, we had some 2 seconds of somebody from the little tough break, but anyway, we're back, everybody. Damn it, the Lurabot didn't read your meow. Maybe I should remove the filter for single words, you know? Maybe we should allow the Lurabot to read words like woo or something like that. We'll be back after these messages, but this stream is sponsored by beans. I think it tastes really good. Do you guys actually like beans? Beautiful music. Thank you, Knight. I was thinking of Minecraft while we're having some of that. Let's go back to the art. Yeah, here we go. Alright, anyway. Love beans, but they make me fired. I think...
It's 11 o'clock.
God damn it. No, I don't think that. Stupid computer. I think beans may make people fart if they don't eat them frequently. I changed my diet and shut up, apparently that was not the reason I fainted. But I changed my diet and I started to eat more beans, and I think that you get used to them and you don't fart as much. I used to get bloated when I had chicken soup. And then I stopped being bloated, but that's because I ate a lot of garbage. Not saying that you eat garbage, Jax, I don't know about that. But I eat beans at least twice every week. Oh well, then I'm out of answers. Alright, you got me. I don't know why people fart. Beans taste good on toast. Yes, they do. Beans and bread are good friends. Feels like I should be like having some engineering done. Did you hear that Murahar from Some Ordinary Gamers was not an engineer? I just have a weak stomach. Or maybe not. Maybe you have a different kind of stomach. I think people who are lactose intolerant are indeed the weak people out there. If you can't eat milk and you have a stomach upset the moment you have whole milk, that is weakness. Said by somebody who has the privilege of having whole milk. Yeah, I can drink whole milk. I literally almost died from eating raw garlic. Oh wow, how did that happen? Que pedo, Jax? Doesn't work when you drink milk and are lactose intolerant. I'm going to assume that you are lactose intolerant, H. I don't know, man. Jax is like, I wish I had an answer for you. I don't. Oh, this color is nice. I'm gonna put it under the blue colors. Alright, yeah, I don't know how one can like die from garlic. You have seen that Wario eats a lot of garlic all the time. I think garlic makes your breath stink? I don't know. I don't try like whole garlic. I started shaking and I almost threw up. Holy shit. So do you put garlic on your food or not? I'm going to assume you don't put garlic on your food anymore. Understandably so. Not being judgmental here. Dun dun. Did you not actually manage to like try to play this song on the guitar? I still may remember how it went on guitar. That's probably a guitar. I love garlic. What? But you just said it almost kills you, dude. Yeah, I am, but that doesn't stop me from drinking milk. Your body said no to the garlic, I guess. Well, that's brave, H. You see that is the kind of attitude we need someone for. From somebody who cannot eat milk or any dairy, but they're still doing it and they don't give a crap. That's the attitude, H. That means that I can bring a cheesy ass pizza to the meeting here with everybody, with Jax, with H and Knight. Let's have some big fucking cheesy ass pizza all together, and H is gonna suffer the consequences. I won't. I will just feel horrible. Dude, the Meet the Engineer theme is actually complicated on guitar, but maybe it's because I had never touched a guitar before. Well, to be clear, I learned the first part. Like, 2 parts later, I did not know anything. it was actually tricky. Oh, the turret singing. Man, Valve is a wonderful big game company. Too bad they release games rarely, but yeah. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe we should not take for granted that the games are wonderful for a reason. The only downside is cheese makes me gassy, so I think twice about the cheese pizza. Hey, but at least it doesn't kill you. I had some friends at my testing job who actually maybe did not die, literally, but suffered a lot more. Coffee and cheese also messes me up. Really? Well, coffee messes me up and it makes me not neurotic, but very shaky, and I start to hate everybody when I drink coffee. I'm very sensitive to the caffeine, apparently. Like if I have 2, not 1, 2 cups of coffee, I feel sick instantly. Like without question, I feel horrible. This isn't lo-fi, by the way. We're listening to game soundtrack now. I mean, I guess I can let it play, but there's another playlist coming up 24 minutes long. Yeah, let's leave that, I guess. Dude, the only downside... Coffee makes me sleepy. Lo-fi opera, it is. Sausage, I love the sausage icon. I'm glad people still use the sausage icon. But coffee makes you sleepy, H? You people are weird. You notice how if like you're different to me, I call you weird, but if you're like me, I call you awesome. That is definitely not egotistical, Luda. It's definitely not the signs, unhealthy signs of weird ass attitudes there. Let's make this have a different kind of angle of light. Okay, let's leave it like that. But yeah, anyway, if I drink 2 cups of coffee, I feel shaky and horrible. And I generally once had 2 cups of coffee, and it messed me up for an entire day. I did not enjoy the experience of drinking 2 cups of coffee. I almost wanted to leave work because of how awful I felt. Coffee knocked me out when I needed to stay awake. Damn. Damn. Some people wish they had that superpower. Some people with insomnia wish that like coffee could make them fall asleep. What the hell? And then the playlist kind of gave up. All right, everybody. I'm going to put some generic lo-fi, but suggest a game. Maybe I'll pick one if you guys have like any kind of game. We had Sonic the Hedgehog lo-fi a moment ago. I think that happens to ADHD people. Well, I know a couple of ADHD fellas. I could ask them. I wonder how much neurodivergent people are in the Ludafox stream. In the Ludafox community. In the Ludafoxy. That's a little bright. That's a little bright. That is not bright. Excellent. I will use that. And I probably should color this one. It looks yellow though. And it was all yellow. That also looks yellow. That looks more orange. I can deal with that. Luda, what if you make a playlist we can all edit and add songs to? Oh yeah! Why did I do that? You know, that's a great idea, Knight. Hold on, let me finish shading this thing. Okay, how should I do that? I think I should enter my YouTube channel. YouTube channel. Hold on. Oh wait, probably not do it here. That will interrupt the music. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do that because. What's it? I'm done learning. Load of fox. Hold on, I'm logging in into my accounts. Please don't steal my accounts. I think I can just create a public playlist, can't I? This browser may not be secure. Screw you, Google. What the hell? There you go. There you go. I thought so. I thought so. Wait, I need to do two-step verification on my phone. I use my iCloud keychain. Yes, allow. Oh, I can use Touch ID. Oh, that's awesome. It lets me do the thing. Oh, Brave browser, you are the best thing in the planet and you're not even sponsoring me. Man, Brave is awesome. Guys, you should use Brave. You get no freaking YouTube ads. What's the chat saying? You can see what music we all like. Yes, exactly. Oh my god, I was wondering why my stylus wasn't working. I was holding it upside down. Ah, no, you're a little drunk. I use Brave, right? Isn't it one of the most beautiful things you can have? Oh, let me see how I can create a playlist. Should I do it on the S&RV archive channel or should I do it on... I think I can do it in the Ludafox main channel. I think it shouldn't be difficult. I totally know how to use YouTube. Okay, let's not use that. No, not here. Well, maybe I should start with one song. Actually, I'm gonna start with Windows 96 because I like Windows 96. But which one is my favorite albums? This one. I like this one. Don't listen to that. That's a spoiler. And I can save this. I'm gonna make a new playlist, and I'm gonna call this Luda Beats to stream to. And it's going to be a public playlist. Please do not add Magic Missile audio or Yoko Ono yelling.
Sandwich nom.
Sandwich. Okay, everybody. I think it should be working. Oh wait, we have a bot in here. Hold on, let me ban that individual. It's a weird ass name. Okay, here you go. Okay, there we go. It's done. Anyway, here is a playlist. I think if you click that link, you can like add music. Oh, that's my impression of it. Soup can. Stupid bot me no likey. What's really weird in this day and age? I feel like if you get, I don't know the point. I feel like, I mean, they're popular enough that they still exist, right? But like, at the end of the day, you're like paying. So like your stream has like people, but there's nobody. But nobody came. So to me, this is a little weird. It's not even tempting. Could you imagine I say that and I have like the Ludabot, like the Ludafox channel all botted up? Like there's like 1,000 bots already in my channel. Although it's not really possible. There's just 57 subscribers at this point. I'm coloring this area a little bit to give it some depth. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Oh, but look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Not necessarily. I guess it's just shadows. Like Shadow Rose 13. I thought these shadows don't make any sense. What the fuck am I doing? It should be more like here. Yeah, more like this side. It's a very purple gem. Let's put it in this kind of colors. sort of here. It reminds me of a cotton candy ball. It's a little bit sharp, don't you think? Maybe it would be like a type of candy. Like maybe if this was like sugary, maybe you could bite into it. Let's have some of that. How does that look? So I think I overdid it in this little shadow. There we go. Like a jawbreaker. It's an iridescent glass jawbreaker, which you shouldn't bite. It's going to break your inside, not break, cut your insides and your mouth. Have you guys ever had a mouth injury? I think I have. I think maybe one time I did hit my mouth and it made me bleed. It made me realize the taste of blood. And ever since then I start eating people. Crunchy shards. Does biting your cheeks count? Yes, that counts because it's really awkward. Because it's very real how that happens. Yeah, I think I have bitten my own cheeks from the inside too. I didn't think people did that. I'm glad I'm not. I wasn't as silly as I was. Let's have a little bit of this and that. Those are the highlights, right? Yeah, those are the highlights. Okay, I think we can still add a little bit more highlights. Some super discreet ones. Something like that. Maybe not so much. Make some areas glow. Like this one. It happens to me all the time. Damn. Y'all know about mouth ulcers? Holy shit, I don't, but I have seen that those can be nasty. If you had one night, Jesus. We have said something weird in this chat at least once. Oh boy. Guys, could you imagine all the stuff that has come up in this chat, and if it could be traced back to you and like bite you in the ass? I mean, I have the S&RV archive to bite me in the ass probably one day. But yeah. Put some lime juice on the mouth ulcer. Why, dude? Oh! Oh, that sounds painful. Oh, no. Alright, guys. I think I'm done with a sharp bite. With a round, beaten sharp bite. God damn it, Jax. Just casually, masochistically say like, why don't you put some lime and salt? What is wrong with you people? I think it looks alright. I think the overlay gave nice... Do you see that? Look at that. It went from weird flat color gradient to like actual shape of a sphere. I think I did okay. Right, let's appreciate all the shard bites before we went into the last one, into the icosahedron. I think the icosahedron is going to be my favorite. Mouth ulcers are a common thing, aren't they? And really, really annoying when eating something. I don't think I ever had one. As far as I remember. I have had, what's this thing called? That it's actually called herpes? I do that. Oh, man. I sometimes bite my tongue when I eat. Same. Doesn't think it happens too often, though. Instead of like sometimes, I would say like from every now and then I do that. But yeah, what's it called, this thing that comes up in your lip? That it's technically herpes? Not like STD herpes, but another type of herpes that technically everybody has, I think. Alright, shard bites. We have crystal, quartz, emerald, pearl. Well, let me help you out. Let me do a freaking pirate software. We have crystal, we have emerald, we have pearl with little pearls around it. We have whatever this is, quartz, and we have cube of tungsten, radioactive cube. Canker sword? Canker? Wait, how do you not understand that, Ludabot? That's weird. But it's a cold sore, no? Cold sore. Yeah, it's a cold sore, that thing. That's what it's called. It wasn't it cold sore, I think? Oh, let me look at very graphical pictures of the thing in question. Let's have a look at that. Cold sore. Yeah, that thing. Ugh, it looks horrible. It looks so horrible. I'm not going to show any of you what that is. But yeah, that thing, I had it once when I was a child. It freaked me the hell out. But my mom told me to calm down and that it was nothing. Right, are we ready for the icosahedron? I should probably move it a little bit. Just a little bit. Where is my selection tool? Here it is. Let's grab this.
I'm not letting my daughter date no damn clanker.
Oh boy. Oh wait, this is why I cannot move it. It's locked. There we go. Boy. Well, it's about time to have the Ludabot cancelled. Well, the Ludabot said it. Yeah, the Ludabot said it. He didn't read your message. It said it. What language the Ludabot is here. And the Ludabot technically said a slur against itself. Alright, so what color should this be? Considering that we have been using... There's no red. Let's go with red. But what should I use? This one? Well, that's bold. Actually, a little hard on the eyes. Let's do something calmer. Yeah, let's go with that. And darker. And darker. That's a little too dark. Darker. And the last one, darker. Let's go with that. Alright, I don't know what color I'm going to do this beautiful icosahedron. I'm thinking red, but I just did the background red, so I feel like an idiot now. What if Luda thinks they're a person and it's racist to its own kind? Yeah, right? Like, maybe that's a racial slur to the own poor Luda, but... Guys, I want to make the icosahedron red, but I just colored the thing... I'm stupid, okay. Let's not use red. But what other color do you think I can use? We already used blue 3 times. We use green, well, kind of like teal. Some people would argue that's blue. We have purple, we have yellow, and technically it should be red to complement everything more nicely. I mean, not really. I don't have to use red. But, it looks exactly like the emerald. If you take this whole art stream out of context, you wouldn't think Lud is drawing literal shit. I'm drawing shards. Oh, I'm drawing red shards. Ew. I wonder what that could be. And I don't want to use this color. Look, that's baby poop color. Don't you agree that this is the color of like cat vomit? Or freaking... Or when you eat like... when you have food poisoning, isn't this what you see in the toilet? I'm glad these streams are are actually deviating from literal shit. Alright, okay, I'm gonna remove that from the screen. I mean, it should be red, but what color should it be now? I mean, it doesn't matter. I can make it whatever color. It's just an exercise. If you hide the chat, archive video will look like little schizophrenic and talking about random stuff. I can do that. Here. Look at the art. Yeah, and I'm just like talking to the voices here. The voices night, the voice H, and the voice Shadow Rose. How do you know I'm not schizophrenic? Okay, I'm gonna paint this red. Yeah, whatever. It looks nice. Krita GUI is like an airplane cockpit. What the hell am I looking at?
In here.
Well, that validates me having people in here, you know? The making the Ludabot speak could probably help my case of not being schizophrenic. But this is not Krita, Knight. This is... Or wait, are you looking at Krita at the moment? Maybe the art was the friends we made along the way. Maybe it was the voices that we heard along the way. It's going to look a little bit virusy. With all this red around it. I don't even know what color I'm going to color the fucking schizohedron. No, the icosahedron. I'm looking at what colors I could use. But anyway, let's go back to the chat screen. If you're looking at... Because this is not Krita, Knight. This is Fired Alpaca. Unless you are looking at Krita yourself. I'm looking at Krita. Yeah, it's a... Again, as I mentioned, it definitely probably is like, how should I say it? It really feels like it's an amazing piece of software. But dude, All I need in my life is just brush. I need a pencil like this, and I need layers, and I need these many things. You cannot see that. 1 second. Let me show you something. Here. I just need my... God damn it, I'm stupid. I don't know how to get back. Okay, here's the navigator. Center, center, center. I cannot center it. Fuck. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I just need a pencil. I need layers, which I don't see anymore. I don't know what I did there, but 1 second. Okay, there we go. I click out. Okay, I just need a pencil, layers, and this many filters and interactions with the layers themselves. That's all I need. Prior to this, I was using Paint Tool Say. And Paint Tool Say was amazing for me. Paint Tool Say, I think, was one of the best art software out there. I recommend it to Unite, by the way, if you want to start with digital art. Shardbite variant made by PP Lake Mineral Eater. That's under period. Ugh. That Sharper looks like that would hurt. I think all of this would hurt. Maybe the pearl is the one that hurts the least? But what if that pearl is like the size of your hand? I don't think anyone could poop that safely. Oh, the cubes. Okay. Let's actually judge them based on sharp edges. So the freaking Chaos Emerald has one sharp edge, which is going to hurt when on its way out. This one breaks apart. This one has two sharp edges here, and it also breaks apart. This one are cubes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and more. I don't know, many sharp edges, right? And this one is just straight up masochism. This one doesn't look too bad, but again, it depends on the size. If it's the size of a hand, that's not coming out, like, even if it's round. I think the icosahedron also would suck coming out of you. But yeah, let's make the icosahedron green, because no, we already did a green gem already. We did the Chaos Emerald. So what haven't we done? I mean, it could be red, it's gonna look weird. We have blue, we have purple, we have white, we have gray. Yellow. Let's make it yellow. Let's make a yellow icosahedron gem. A yellow Shardbite. I think this is the best candidate for the Shardbite. This is the one I like the most. Totally not biased because it's a freaking interesting shape, right? We're acrylic. Let's use this. Sure. Let's use this one instead. I like this one more. But anyway, yeah, sure. Shardbites. Shards. I'm still, the little bit is still missing plenty of functionality. But, you know, we'll get there. I think the Shardbite system is working beautifully. You know, at the end of the stream, we'll have our usual earnings to like see who got the most shards. The greatest shards. I think H will win because I think I just casually gave him 1,000 shards just to like bump him up back to OG. I think H has the lead on Shardbites at the moment. I believe so. We'll see the earnings in a second. I don't know if we have a leaderboard command. I don't think so. Oh, we can check in a second. In the meantime, let's just finish this little icosahedron and we will be free from this little exercise, so we can actually do some other interesting art, because Fire Alpaca does really feel like a familiar territory. I can totally like make this work into like Medibang, like I did with Medibang, excuse me. So yeah, I can see myself using this. Unlike Krita really was... no, I couldn't. Just couldn't do it, Krita. I'm so sorry. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for any of us. I genuinely don't... A lot of people say that Krita is the best, and I should believe them, but... What do you do on Krita? Because here I don't feel... Maybe I'm just a stupid ass noob, and that's why I don't appreciate Krita. You just suck at art. Maybe you just suck at Luda art, Luda Foxy. Maybe you don't have what it takes to use Krita to its full potential. I mean, you might be right. I don't use all the markers, all the brushes, and all the options, and all the trigonomical blending modes from layers and the groups. It's really cool though. Some parts were really cool, but it seemed a little cluttered. There's gonna be like a mod of Krita that it's simplified or something, or like that's what I'm hoping for. Let's use another yellowish. It's a little bit. Yeah, there we go, like this. Maybe I probably should have brought some water before starting the stream, but I was running a little late anyway, so let's go through that. And let's do another yellow here. Yesterday I was hearing a lot of noises at night. It was just some idiot with their music pumped all the way to the max volume. That was really annoying. But then it kind of shut up. After blowing up some pyrotechnics, I hope they were, and I'm pretty sure they were pyrotechnics. It was really dumb. I really dislike when people make noise. Okay. Shouldn't have pressed Control C that far.
Average day over here, not gonna lie.
Oh, you also have some neighbors busting some music at night? Damn. I'm a fan of silence. Well, not so much of a fan because sometimes silence is what impedes me from doing streams. Because when there's enough silence, I am the noisy thing, you know? Yeah, it's rough. I still remember when someone knocked at my door when I was streaming. It was horrendous. I still can't get over how embarrassed I was. I remember like wanting to end the stream immediately. Oh well. Shit happens. But that was like many years ago. I say many years ago, but it was like 2021. So kind of. It's 2025 now. Things are different. Alright, how's that looking for an icosahedron? I think I can get rid of the lines now. Alright, and this is flat too. I think we can add some colors to this to give it some further definition. We'll probably should make it a little bit smaller, half the size. Sometimes I get paranoid if it's too quiet. Like it feels like alien to you, H? The things get quiet and you don't know why. Okay, let's put it like that. Let's put it like this. And like so. Like this, and like this. Maybe that needs some more yellow. It was all yellow. Oh, that's a horrible yellow color. Let's go back to orange. That's too dark. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. That is exactly the same color I just said that it was like baby shit. That is helping us shade the icosahedron real nicely. Alright, and a little bit oranger for the... Yeah, because my siblings are noisy. Noisy all the time. Oh, you probably get like that feeling of like people that hear there's absolutely quiet and still. And you feel like something just has... Like something really bad has gone down. I think I know that feeling. And it doesn't happen to me often, but because my cats are usually quiet, as you can see, they're not like yowling or anything. Actually, Percy hasn't come up to my lap. He tried, but I guess he kind of gave up or he didn't want to move on. Same with Prometeo. Sometimes Prometeo likes to jump on my lap. And the train comes around and a lot, and hold on, and the train comes around a lot, so I like the train coming by. It probably makes like the brrrr sound. That's really nice. I need a... That makes sense? No, that wouldn't make sense. I need a darker. There we go. There we go, like that. Okay, this is just a little sketch thingy. Just practicing my skills with Medibing. Wild alpaca, this thing, whatever this thing is. Like this. There we go. My mom knows that that fear way too well because we were lively little kids. So you probably were making a lot of noise, right? Around the house. That's what I'm imagining. I think my house wasn't very loud, despite being three siblings, but probably because I was the youngest. And my sisters were already pretty much older than me. Let's do it like, well, not really. My sisters were pumping a lot of music, or my oldest sister was watching something on TV sometimes in the living room. There we go. How's that? I think it looks decent. Let's add some color here in the back. Oh no, that's not quite such. There we go. This is the color I'm looking for. You heard of nothing, something went wrong. I know, right? Like, it brings that little paranoid feeling like something is really, really, really wrong if there's no noise. I really like this music. It's really chill. Put some over here. Over here. Looks pretty shiny. Thank you. This time, instead of like adding, you know, a adding an add layer, I made the colors change, making the light sort of come from here, or like here. I don't know. It's it's not probably that great. Okay, let's add this color in this little rim. It has like an actual interior. Like so, like this. There we go, and one last line over here. Okay, icosahedron. Just needs a little bit refinement on these colors. I need a eyedropper, thank you. This one though. Okay, like this. This one too. There we go, and let's fill out this one too. And one more over here. Nice and easy. Okay, icosahedron complete. I think we can now add the overlay to give it some color depth. We need a wet acrylic brush, why not? Hey, I think it looks fine. I heard this saying from a friend once, Luda, if you make a masterpiece or a stick figure, it's still beautiful. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like people should draw more. I feel like there's this idea that people should like draw constantly or make masterpieces or make something decent, quote unquote. I never thought art should be about like doing something technically good. I learned this principle while I was studying, well, studying quote unquote. Well, I had a course to be exact in one of the art schools here in Mexico City. When I attended, there were people that were so competent and so wonderful with that art. But really, I started to learn from the teacher that technique isn't everything. Honestly, there's a lot like, what matters is like your intent, that you wanted to do it, and now it exists thanks to you. As silly as that can be, I find real value in just making something that was uniquely yours. Alright. And now we can add some layers to make it a little bit added, make it shine. That probably looks a little excessive, and supposedly the light is coming from here, so let's do exactly that. I don't draw because I like to read, and I don't draw because I'm bored. It isn't that I don't like art. Yeah, exactly. I do agree that indeed you shouldn't like... like, that doesn't mean everybody should be drawing, right? But for the people who want to, totally should. Regardless of like what they feel it's decent or not. I mean, yeah, some people will draw like pregnant ponies or whatever, but I guess that's life. Humans do maybe draw pregnant ponies out there. Maybe that's the way it should be. It's a little bright, isn't it? Let me remove the overlay. Oh, that looks a little bit more interesting. Maybe I should like take it easy on the color overlay. Maybe... Hey, like that. How's that? I should also even like slow it down.
Not shiny enough.
Needs to be like saturated white. Alright, I think we're done. We finally finished the Shardby exercise. How does that look? I'll give you a full look of the art. If the navigator can center something, I don't know how you center something. Like here? Okay, like that. Let me show you. Allow me. Okay, so that's how the art looks like. This little exercise on Shardby. I'm more of a book type of guy. Nice. And I think it's pretty valid also. Kinda feel bad for the mineral munchers. Just like give it a nice chunky bite and then go like something like that. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here, at least for this stream. Maybe I'll try something new and something else by this time. And it was a little bit brief, but you know, I had my fun, and I'm still a little bit dizzy from getting hit on the head. So I think I should like just rest a little bit. Rest a bit. Like rest
Did
one
I
bit.
sleep outside of the box today?
No, Lurapod, you will be packaged into the box. Just like every other. Until I program you to sleep outside the box, you shall sleep outside the box. Promise. Well, everybody, this was really fun. I always enjoy doing these little art streams for y'all. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm really glad that we went this far. As for the S&RV archive, thanks for watching all the way over here. I'll see you next time.